with Alex Simon from the Next, followed by Jeff Metcalf.
Brittney, I know I'm sure you saw Jeff at some point in Tokyo, but for those of us who weren't able to make our way across the Pacific, just what was that experience like, and to bring back gold? Just what do you take away from your month with the U.S. national team?
Man, it was a long month, and there was bumps and grinds and aches and pains, but it's funny when you win a gold medal. It's like everything that you went through kind of gets thrown out the window. Like it's all worth it. It was a long process getting us over there, but credit to the U.S. Delegation and everybody that made it easy for us. We had a pretty long day from Vegas over to Tokyo, and then once we got to the airport, going through all the security protocols and everything, it was a pretty lengthy day on top of the bus ride to the hotel, but it was a lot of fun. I mean, I spent most of my time in the player lounge with the guys. I was either playing Apex on PlayStation or playing cards because we were pretty much locked down in our hotel. But they gave us a bunch of different things that we can do. And, once we start playing every other day, that's when it really set in. Okay, like we're here with 3 games out. It's go time.
To kind of go off of that, I mean, there's never really a point in your life right now, especially with basketball, that you get a break. But is there 4 days, I guess, before you guys start practicing? Does that feel like it was enough to kind of get you rejuvenated and get ready to get back into the W here?
Definitely. I mean, rejuvenated. I wouldn't use that word, but definitely felt good to just not have to do anything, not have to be anywhere. I was able to unpack all my laundry and stuff from being with USA for so long. So I was able to do some good things. So, when I do have another off day, I'll be able to relax. I don't have to worry about those 2 suitcases in the corner anymore.
All right, next up, we have Jeff Metcalf, the Arizona Republic, followed by Nick Hamilton.
There was such a good reaction to your performance in the gold medal game. How are you feeling coming off that, and just how everybody kind of embraced that performance you had?
It's pretty crazy. I mean, that last game was, when we found out we had to play Japan again, we were like, okay, like we're gonna have to bring it because, even though we beat them, in pool play, that doesn't mean anything. I think that makes the team more dangerous, honestly, when you play them the second time after beating them. Most teams take them, too light, but, we didn't do that. We had a game plan. We knew we had size, and we used our size against them, honestly. And like I said, credit to my teammates for, dropping dimes to me the whole game, just putting the ball, where they can't get it and I could get it. And I was able to capitalize on it.
That game was the second highest scoring in Olympic history for U.S. Is that meaningful to you?
Yeah, definitely is. That's something that's not easy to do. Definitely don't take it lightly. It's definitely something that I'll probably cherish more later on down the line. But I was just happy just to get the goal right now.
And next up, we have Nick Hamilton, followed by Ian Myers-Drysdale.
Hey, Brittney, congratulations on getting the gold medal.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Absolutely. Wanted to ask you that we always hear about stories about, in the Olympics, how teammates find common bonds and build new bonds. What were some of the relationships and bonds that you built with the Team USA that some of the ladies you weren't able to probably build with beforehand?
I feel like, I definitely built relationships with everybody. I feel like it's always, because our group is normally the same all the time. So we're able to, just have those same reoccurring bonds on our team. Other teams aren't always the same. So I can see where, new bonds form. But I pretty much knew everybody on the team pretty well. I said this before, really like Ariel Atkins' game a lot. I really like she's an awesome person. I was glad to get to know her a little bit more as a player and as a person. But just about everybody else, I think I pretty much had relations with or been played against enough where we had a bond.
And when also too, you talked about just this Olympic team with all you guys had to go through as far as getting there, the health and safety measures and things like that, and you guys still battled through all of that to get the gold medal. Is this something you can see being documented later on, much like how we saw what happened in the bubble, how they documented that experience?
Probably. I'm sure they'll probably document it. I mean, everything that we had to go through to get there. It wasn't quite like the bubble down in Florida, though. It definitely wasn't like that. So I don't think anything can be like that bubble.
And next up, we have Amar Drysdale, followed by Criso Saltis.
Hey, BG, welcome back. Congratulations. So proud of you.
Thank you.
2 gold medals. I know you're going to go same for Diana and Sue for 5.
Yeah. So happy for that.
Well, 2 questions I wanted to follow up. One was, okay, who did you play Apex with?
Just everybody. Jewel was there. I tried to get Dee on the sticks to show her, but I think she's going to stick to FIFA. And I think Jewel's probably going to stay on FIFA too, honestly. So I just played against random people.
Yeah. Well, in asking your conditioning and so forth, obviously all 3 of you coming off what you had to endure, but how do you get yourself not only mentally, but just physically and emotionally, because you peaked for the gold medal game. And you have to come back to a season where your first Olympics might have been a little bit different, but in the sense that getting ready for the second half, how do you know that you have not peaked enough or peaked too much?
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of like yeah, I peaked there in the Olympics for that season, but then now I still got this season that, okay, I need to get back into this groove and the flow and peak, further down the line. So I think it's just reading the vibe of the season, honestly. That's probably the best way I can describe it. It's just kind of reading this vibe, getting settled back in, and then knowing, okay, we need to start building and taking off with this team now.
And how important is having obviously 2 teammates over there in Tokyo with you coming back and really kind of meshing together?
Yeah, it was awesome having Dee and Sky there with me. Our bond was still growing, still gaining, learning different things about each other that now we're going to bring here and just continue to build and incorporate some things into our team here.
We'll go 3 final hands here. Next up, we have Criso Saltis with Sports DNA in Greece, followed by Alex Simon.
Hello, Brittney. How are you?
Yeah, how you doing?
I'm fine. Thank you. First of all, congratulations on your success in Tokyo. Second gold medal for you. If you look back in your career and your life, what were the biggest sacrifices that you made to be in this position right now to win those 2 gold medals?
Biggest sacrifice, honestly, just being away from family, honestly. And second sacrifice would be, I guess, just the rest that everybody was getting while everybody was at the Olympics. People were able to take trips and rest and stuff like that, see family. I think that was probably the biggest sacrifice. My grandpa isn't doing too well right now. He's in the hospital. So, I found out about that actually last night. So, that was a sacrifice that I made that I didn't know I made, going over to Tokyo.
And also to be able to inspire young girls to play ball and to be like you, what it means for you, and you feel ready for 2024?
I mean, just trying to be the best player that I can be and just showing really good basketball for the younger girls and being who I am, truly who I am. It's not too many big, tall, 6'8", 6'9" girls, walking around. So I always want to look comfortable and feel comfortable, be comfortable to show, to the younger girls that, just because you're different doesn't mean anything. Like, let that be who you are, what makes you beautiful.
All right, we'll go Alex Simon, followed by Jeff Metcalf to round us out.
Ready just to send along, please send some well wishes to your grandfather on our behalf. But in addition to that, when you showed up on Thursday at the Commissioner's Cup, I was just curious, was that something that it's a basketball game, it's a nice date night, might as well have a good time, or is that something you thought was important to do as a player in the league in town to kind of support this new initiative?
Definitely, I thought it was important to be there. I mean, one, they're here, I'm not going to be a sore loser like, oh, I didn't make it to the Commissioner Cup, so I'm not going to support, I'm not going to go. No, I'm going to support, I'm still going to go, I'm going to show up. I want to show up for some of my USA teammates that were there and, see them. I have friends on the other side as well that I want to show up for. And I thought it was really good to be there. So, and it was a good game. It was good to be there.
All right, final question comes from Jeff Metcalf.
Yeah, this is about these 13 games you have left coming up now in the regular season. You guys showed some progress there right at the end before the Olympic break, and now you're coming off this gold medal, and with Tarazi back, hopefully healthy the rest of the season. What do you feel like is possible for this team going forward and hopefully into the playoffs?
Yeah, playoffs definitely is the first goal, and then making a deep run into winning the championship. It's definitely possible for this team. We're not out, it's not throwing, like I said, it's not a throwing the flag or whatever happens type of playing. No, this is going in with the goal of winning the championship. That's what we can do. That's what this team can do. And I believe that we can do that. And I also want to say one cool thing from the Olympics that I'm very happy about. Me and Tina, we beat Sue and Dee in spades. So I just want the record to show that Dee and Sue went down and me and Tina won. We held it down for the bigs.
All right, thanks for the time, BG.
All right, y'all.